What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another trading video. Alright, we're back with another market analysis live stream or video, depending on when you're watching this. For the second week of June, June 9th through the 13th, man. We're finna get into these charts, make our predictions for this week. Check out what stocks that looks pretty good. We want to keep our eyes on, and yeah, man, we're finna have another good trading week, man. We had a good first week of June. Um, Definitely was profitable on all accounts, futures, options, uh, forex, all of the accounts. We was positive this week or last week. So hopefully we can finish off the rest of the month pretty nicely. So entering the second week, we're gonna check out Um, of course, all the news data, earnings that's coming out, and then pick, start filtering through and figuring out what stocks we want to trade. All right, so let's go ahead and get it, man. Let's get into it. Um, let's first go over this. Y'all know first we gotta go over our news. Give me 1 second. Oop, there we go. Make that bigger. All right, now come on. Do I need to hit refresh? I'm gonna hit refresh. Hopefully it ain't lagging too bad. Y'all know it seems like every time we get ready for Sunday, the, the laptop try to be slow, man. But hopefully it come on and pull through. Cause if not, we might do like we did last Sunday and restart the whole stream, man. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right. Now for this week, our economic calendar, man. Um, hold up. I guess it's still loading. Give it a second. All right, let me switch to this week. And my bad, y'all. Also, I when I tell you I overslept, as y'all can see at the bottom, it's 12:58 a.m. So it's technically already 9. I overslept, man. I was supposed to get up and do this at 8. Slept a little bit late. I ain't gonna lie. I slept a little bit late. Didn't wake up till like 12:30. I said, man, let me do my market analysis. We gotta come in this week prepared. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We gotta do our homework regardless. Sometimes, when y'all was going to school, sometimes you did your homework when you was at school, after school, in class, or you might play your sports, go home, do your homework at night. But every blue moon, y'all had them times. I know y'all had them times where, dang, it's dang before the school bus come, or you on the school bus and you trying to do your homework last minute. And that's kind of like the moment we got. We was supposed to do our homework last night. We ended up having to get up early to go ahead and do our homework. But we gonna get it done though. We gonna get it done before class starts. Alright. Now, coming into this week our economic calendar, Monday. Really ain't got nothing crazy. Monday. Um Other than it being a Monday, the market gonna try to set up itself for the week. Um So usually Mondays, I kind of don't like going too heavy on Mondays because one, contracts are already be overpriced if you're in options, and then two, like I said, the market tries to somewhat at least set itself up. It'll finish hitting key levels that it was supposed to hit if it didn't hit it on a Friday. Um, so Mondays usually, sometimes, often Mondays usually be tricky. Um, But we don't really got any news, so you ain't got too much to worry about. Just don't overpay for contracts and stuff. Um, Tuesday, going to Tuesday, we got really nothing again. I mean, it's decent news, but it ain't really nothing too much to worry about. But coming into Wednesday, this is when all the heavy hitters start coming in, man. We got CPI on Wednesday at 7:30. Now that's gonna really CPI, man. That's huge. That's a huge market like catalyst. It usually swing the market in either direction, whichever direction we want to go. So we definitely checking out for that CPI on Wednesday, man. Um, yeah, Wednesday is that's a key. And then we got the 10-year note also at 12. But really that CPI is what we looking at, man. CPI for Wednesday at 7:30 is what we're watching out for. Um, then Thursday we got PPI. So we're coming right back after CPI, PPI, initial jobless claims, both at 7:30 on Thursday. So that's another big day. We got another big day, and then 30-year bond auction at 12. So it's pretty much set up like kind of like Wednesday. We got both all the news coming out at 7:30, and then another uh major news at 12. So yeah, Wednesday and Thursday pretty much so far is the two strongest days. Let's check out Friday. The CPI and PPI is definitely what we gotta watch out for. Then Friday, um, Friday ain't really too crazy other than it being a Friday. Cause y'all know, like I said, Monday the market will try to set itself up for the week, and then Friday will try to complete specific levels that it's supposed to by the end. Say if we, say if Monday, say if Monday just saying like, this is not, the actual market. I'm just giving y'all an example. But say if Monday we're supposed to be getting ready to be bullish for the week. Okay, and say if we were in a downtrend, we finished off a downtrend that week before. Monday might push real hard up just to start setting up the beginning of that bullish week we're supposed to have. Then just say if Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we just consolidate once we have our big push on Monday. Then if we're supposed to hit a certain high, um, beat out a certain high, Friday might move extremely hard just so it can complete a certain level. Make sure that weekly continues to be bullish. So Monday and Fridays usually, um, sometimes Monday will be slower, but usually Fridays for sure be like I guess like correction. It'll try to hit the consistent that it's supposed to on Fridays. Um, but yeah, really Wednesday and Thursday is the main two watches this week. When got random spots where Trump, and Musk or anything or tariffs happen, um, that'll affect the market too. So that's no telling when them type of events to happen. Cause they've been doing it randomly, like man, like we've been having economic calendar, but Trump will come out of nowhere and tweet or say something, and it'll just throw it all off, man. Even with the calendar at random times, so you gotta always be prepared for that. All right, now we want to get into the earnings for this week. Give it a second to load. Like I said, for some reason it loves going slow on a Sunday or technically Monday now. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And I know it's kind of hard to see. Like I said, I don't know how to zoom in on the computer or laptop. When it comes to the Instagram, but I'm still gonna call out what I see. So for Monday, um, On Monday, I really don't see. I'm not sure what Casey's is. Um, I really don't see nothing that I'm too interested in. Looking out for their earnings. I mean, I can check out some charts and see what they look like, but I don't really see any like crazy heavy hitter names or nothing on Monday. Um, Now going on Tuesday, but in the before the open, honestly, Academy might be the only thing, or Unified, or what that's Unfied. I'm not sure what that is. But Academy for sure. Academy might be one that I check out. Um, but I don't know. I never traded Academy, but I might look at their chart. But Academy, before the open. Other than that, I really don't really too much know about the other stocks. Now aftermarket, that's where okay now we might have to get ready for some of these earnings. We got GameStop, GitLab, David. That's David Buster's. I believe that's David Buster's. Yeah, David Buster's. Um, really those the main three that I'm looking at right there. Is GameStop, GitLab, and David Buster. I actually do GameStop and GitLab. I trade. I traded before. I said I don't say I traded regularly, but I'm gonna check those three charts out for sure. Um, so honestly, so far the aftermarket for Tuesday is the only one I'm really caring about when it comes to earnings. Wednesday, Chewy. I definitely will check out Chewy. Um, I see Victoria's Secret. I'm not sure how that Victoria's Secret charts look. And then I see Vera Bradley. So we got three pretty solid looking earnings coming out on Wednesday before the open. Definitely Chewy though. Out of all of them, I'm thinking Chewy is what I'll be looking for on Wednesday before the open. And then after the open, we got Oracle. I definitely like Oracle to watch out for. I'm not sure what Oxford is. Um, but Oracle, I'll definitely be checking that out. So Wednesday, pretty decent day. Wednesday, pretty decent day for earnings. Um, we got before and after market. Now, Thursday. Honestly, keep it straightforward. The only thing Thursday I'll be looking for is probably Adobe. I'm not sure what none of these other ones are. Um, Adobe probably the only one I kind of will try to check out. And then Friday, we're not interested in any of that. Um, but yeah, um, that's our earnings week. Really, it's a decent earnings week. It's not a whole lot of earnings coming out this week. But it's decent. I'll say after Wednesday close, it start picking up. That's what I'll say. Cause really, I'm like I said, I'm looking at GameStop, GitLab, Dave Buster, something with David Buster, cause I don't really know too much about it. Chewy might look at Vera Bradley and Victoria's Secret. Oracle and Adobe. But these up here at the top, y'all, minus Love Sack, these four up here is the main ones I'm checking out for. Um, but yeah, that's our earnings, man. I know we took a little while getting into it, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and jump onto these charts. All right, I know it look messy, but y'all know what we do on Sundays. What we do, we delete everything. Start all the way back over, clear our minds, and get ready for that week. All right, so let's delete everything. Let's go to the weekly first. Actually, I want to check out the monthly just to look at it, man. See what we're looking like so far. Oh, give me 1 second. I had to stretch. All right, so on the monthly, we're starting off with SPY, of course. On the monthly, um, it look like we're still bullish, man. We're still continuing this uptrend. Remember, y'all know that we had swept what? This higher low. When we swept this higher low, we failed to close below, right? So that once we fail to close below, that at least let us know, hey, we gotta come up to we're going to come up after failing to close below a low. We're going to come up, so that could potentially make what a new. If we made a lower low, that potentially can do what? Make a new higher low. Um, I mean not higher low, lower high. My bad. Sorry about that. That could potentially make us go to a new lower high. Now, if we can't break past these highs and we flip back red on the monthly, um, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. I had a notification pop up for HP. But yeah, um, if this monthly somehow turn red, then that potentially can be our what? New lower high to continue this downtrend. Or start this downtrend. Um, and breaking this uptrend that we've been in for dang near since since 2020. Uh, yeah. So if we can't break these highs, these all-time highs, man, and we end up flipping red, there's one or two things that's gonna happen. Either we're gonna consolidate or we're gonna switch to this downtrend. Um, but currently, like we said, we failed to close below. Then we had got a green monthly candle. So green means what? Go up. So once we seen this green, we knew for a fact we're making some type of what? High. Either it's gonna be a high if we can break these highs, or we're gonna make a lower high. But once we got our first green, we know for a fact we're making a high. Alright, so um yeah, so now we just continue to see what's gonna happen. Um what's gonna happen for the rest of the month. Like we said, we only 1 week in. So right now it's kinda looking like we finna be able to push through. We might see some pullback currently where we at, cause what do we see right here? Y'all know I call these order blocks, but whatever you want to call it. We're currently at the top of this order block. Once we closed in here on that last monthly, y'all know what I always say. I say if it's a zone of order block, whatever, and we close inside it, I always expect what? To go to the other side. And what we did, went to the other side. Um, yeah, we touched the top. We came outside of it actually, and came right back inside it. If we can't close above it, um, I'm expecting what? Us to come back to the bottom of the box at least. But if we close above it, I can see us potentially continuing as long as that pullback don't drop too hard. What will be ideally, let me take this matting off. What will be ideally, if you want to be bullish, is for us to push all the way out it, right? Close somewhere up here, probably like 606. Um, and if you want to do a pullback, it gives what? Enough room to pull back and not have to go all the way inside the order block. And then boom, continue going higher to make a new higher high. Or it can do this. We can push above all the way up here and then find our new higher low up here and continue to go higher. Um, that's if you want to be bullish. If you want to be bearish, you like how it look right now. You kind of just want to. All you want is this candle monthly candle to close back inside this order block, or if it closed below this order block, oh my goodness! If this monthly candle come back below this order block and we retest this level right here, we can be seeing a major drop. Like let me delete this actually so y'all can see. So if we do this something like this, came up here, then came back below. And I keep thinking I got the 5 one. Let me switch that. Alright, there we go. Came up. If we come up, pushed out, came back inside and ended up closing below. Did that retest of this order block and failed to close back inside it. Boom. Really, first you supposed to aim for this, aim for this. If y'all can see fair value gap, what the? Come on now, don't be playing around. But y'all, if y'all see that order block, aim for that order block first. But if we clear that order block, then we definitely should be dumping. But that'll be if you were trying to be bearish, this would be a perfect like literally waiting on that order block to get closed back below, retest of it, and then unless it closed like say if this counter closed red and it closed inside the order block, that's still fine to go short. Like say if we pushed up and closed like somewhere right here at 596 or something. Then what we expect it to go to the bottom side of this order block, so down to at least 587. That's the $10 drop. And then like I said, still waiting to see if it closes below, retest, and then drop. Alright. But currently on the monthly, we're still bullish, man. We're still overall bullish. I'll say that. We do got some signs of being switching bearish, like we said. We had that low get taken out, which formed a lower low. So the market could be seeking this new lower high. So be careful where we're at. Like this really can be a A+ setup for some bearish traders, man. Cause we're so close to what? If you want to be bearish, look at this. And if we really be bearish and don't beat this high, look how small your stop loss is. And look at your potential earnings. Like, oh my shoot. Honestly, if you take a short here, it ain't even if you get in a short and take that lug out like for 2 months, it ain't really that bad of a trade just because and you set your stop loss at the highs. It really ain't that bad of a trade because look how small that stop loss will be. And you're going with, you know what I'm saying? It ain't confirmed downtrend. That's the only thing. That's why I'm personally gonna do it. Because it's not confirmed downtrend, but it did make a lower low. So it's like giving you signs. If you really truly believe, hey, we're gonna flip to the downside, then it ain't bad as an entry, but it ain't confirmed yet until we make a lower high. So me personally, I wouldn't get in until I at least see a red candle come up before taking the highs. All right. So we just wanted to go over the monthly, man. And this stream might be a little bit longer than the most of them because we really going over a lot of this stuff because we're at these all-time highs, man. This is really where the market finna have to make a decision because we're up here. Like it gotta make a decision somewhere up here if we want to switch to the downside or if we want to continue to go higher, man. All right. Now let's go to the weekly. So like we said, the monthly is still bullish overall, but we do got signs of being bearish, man. So really this week is a important week, honestly. All right, if we look at the weekly, man, what we did, we were bearish for a little bit. Overall still was bullish, but we was bearish for a little while. We broke out that bearish structure right here back on the 12th of May. We broke out that bearish structure, ended up making a higher high. So we beat this high over here, made a higher high. Then what we just did this last previous week we just had, we finally broke out this consolidation. It was only 3 weeks of consolidation. And we broke out of I like to do it like this. But we broke out our consolidation. Yeah, I can see it. And we got a weekly close above it. So for the Bulls, man, this is nice. This is nice for the Bulls. We broke out the consolidation. We're in a uptrend. This made our new high low right here. The target, on the weekly, if we still being bullish, is what? Because we got a green weekly candle. our target, let me put the Madden back on. Our target is all the way up here, man. We got the highs. Literally, it's the highs. On the weekly, our target is the highs. We do got this fair value gap, small fair value gap right there. Let's check and see if we cleared it or not. Check and see if we cleared this fair value gap on the weekly. 'Cause if we didn't, we probably coming back down to the bottom of it. Oh, we did. We cleared it. All right, so we cleared the fair value gap on the weekly. That's perfect. So honestly, breaking out of this consolidation to the upside, that's one good sign for the Bulls. Closing above this fair value gap on the weekly is another good sign on the Bulls. And then only having this one target, that's another good sign on the Bulls. So honestly, like I said, it's looking bullish, man. It's looking bullish. But we do have CPI coming out, so it could CPI and PPI is so strong it could push us down, make us push back below this low, and switch back bears. So you gotta be careful, but based off of this chart, based off this weekly, we're bullish still. Ain't no, we're still bullish, even though, hey, you gotta be cautious because what? We're at these all-time highs. We're at these all-time highs. You have to be cautious. Um, honestly, for me, if I'm looking at this weekly, uh, I'll say stay bullish. Be careful once we get to this right here. This order block. Be extremely careful. Because depending on if we can close in or inside or past it for the weekly is important. So 602.22 is a key level. 602.22, and if we get up to 607.87 are two key points, man. We need once the market come up here to 602.22, it has to this weekly counter has to close inside, so above 602.22. It has to close above for us to keep continuing to the upside. Now, if it goes inside here and close above, that's perfectly fine. We can still stay bullish. Look for it to go to the other side of this box. Now, if we push up hard, right? If we come touch this other side of the box, now we need what? We needed to close past the 607.87 to have that continuation for the uptrend. And it still can be an uptrend even if it don't close past, but I'm talking about to have strong continuation. If we touch 607.87 this week, we gotta close past it to have strong continuation. If we fail to close past it, what we expect, y'all? We expect it to come back to the bottom of the box. Especially if we well, we ain't gonna be able to have a red count. If we up here and close this out, we ain't gonna be able to have a red count. But if it rejects off of it, we do expect what? Just at least a pullback. It may not come back to the bottom of the box just because it's not a red candle, but it at least gonna do some type of pullback because it failed to close past the order block. It could be the bottom of the box. It could be find another order block to bounce off before it comes to the bottom of the box, and then shoot back up. But we expect rejection. We expect pullback if we fail to close above 607.87 after touching 607.87. But yeah, really, once we break this 602.22, y'all be careful. Within 602.22 and 607.87, that's this whole area, this whole shaded area, my bad, is potential of reversal. So be cautious, be cautious. Because as y'all can see over here, what we did, we reversed right here, and broke back out and came to the downside, like switched back to the downside. It still stayed bullish overall, but this point right here kept us from going higher. See that? So we definitely gotta be careful inside of this box right here for the weekly. And I might keep this box up actually, because this is important. If we can close above or if we reject, you know what I'm saying? If we have our rejection here. We just gonna put weekly order block. Chill out. I'm trying to put OB. Come on, man. Come on, man. OB. All right. So we're gonna keep that there. We're gonna keep that there. And I'm gonna switch it to purple because I like the purple for my weekly. All right, all right, all right. So we gotta be careful in that area. This shaded area up here. Be careful. Be careful. Of course, like I said, this is the target on the weekly. This is that. This is literally our only target because once we broke this fair value gap. Literally, this is our only target level. Like I said, we do gotta watch out for these two, but this is the target we need to continue the uptrend. Yeah, the all-time high. Also on the weekly, we can mark out this low. Um, mark out that low for our um solidify low. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I think I want to put daily low on it, but I put weekly low, even though I know this is a daily low too. Um, I'm gonna switch it to red, even though like y'all know I like my weekly candles being purple. I mean my weekly label being purple. I know for me when I like to look for my targets and can't be levels, I like them red and green. So I just label. That's why I'm putting the words weekly on it, so I still know it's the weekly levels. All right, we can either put weekly high or target. It really don't even matter. We know green is our target every time if we're bullish. All right, like I said, we do got this weekly fair value gap. I don't know if I really want to mark this out. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna keep it on there for now. If it make it look like our chart too messy, I might delete it though. Just because I want to know if this week that we end up coming, this week that end up going into, if we end up closing back inside this fair value gap or closing below it, I kind of want to know. Um, might actually do lines. Might actually do the lines. Do I want to do the lines or do I want to do the zone box? Like I said, we're gonna look on the daily. See once we try to find daily if we want to delete it to clear up it. So we don't want to be too confused. Um, but we do need to type weekly fair value gap. All right. So for the weekly, like we said, that's all we see. Honestly, it's still bullish. It closed above this consolidation area. It closed above the fair value gap. It's a pretty much a solid green candle. We just made a what higher high. Um, so what's next? After making a higher high, what's the next thing we're supposed to do? Make a higher low. Uh, yeah, we're supposed to make a high low, continue the uptrend. But y'all gotta think this is a green candle. It's not red. So what we can do, we can just keep moving up and continue this higher high. That don't mean this higher high is done yet. Until we finally get our first red, then boom, we know we would look for the new higher low. So since it's green candle, we supposed to still think continue higher until you know what I'm saying the market shows us that it want to come back lower. So really, I'm not supposed to, based on the weekly, I'm not supposed to take no shorts until we come take this low out. Or if we come up, you know what I'm saying, rejecting off of certain levels. But truly, you're not supposed to take no shorts until we take this low out. Um, and then I might well mark this one up too. Mark this weekly low up, so I just know where the other low at. All right, let's go to the daily. Like I said, y'all be mindful. I know this might be a longer string than normal, but we're at the all time high level, so this is very important, y'all. You gotta be cautious, gotta be aware, and also I want to tell y'all, I want to stress this with y'all. Since we're at these all time high levels, y'all, protect your accounts. Do not go with normal size positioning when literally this is a tricky spot to trade it. You need to wait till it's clear, either clearly we're breaking above to go higher, or clearly we're rejecting, you know what I'm saying? So basically when we take this low, then go lower. Um you really don't want to put a lot or trade with your regular size often when we had a major all-time high or major supports and resistance levels. You want to kind of protect it. So be cautious, man. Be cautious. All right. All right. Coming to the daily. We're looking at the daily. We're what? In an uptrend, as y'all can see. Let me just mark this out for y'all. We're in a uptrend. All right, we're in an uptrend, as y'all can see. We're kind of tightening up on this uptrend. If y'all put like if we put a top line on this uptrend, we're kind of tightening up. So the market got to either squeeze, go higher, or it's gonna dump. You know what I'm saying? And give us our first break to the downside for a downtrend. We break below this low right here. Let me see. Let me zoom in for y'all. We break below 594. Is that what it is? This low? 591.05. We break below 591.05 right here. This can give us signs for the downtrend. Let me show y'all. So say we come out, boom, break below this right here, retest this fair value gap. We can see us dump straight down to that weekly low. Especially if it failed to come back inside this trend line that we have on the daily. That's to the short side, you know what I'm saying? But apparently we gotta still look for the upside just because we made higher highs. We got high, low, higher high right here, low, higher high again. So we gotta still look to the upside, but I'm just saying that'll be our first signal to look for shorts. Come on, undo. If we break below this 591.05, I think it was. Yeah, 591.05. We break below there, as long as that next pullback candle can stay below, keep us outside of this trend line right here. Really, if it can stay, like say we break this and we can stay below this fair value gap. So, this fair value gap for the weekly, it's also a fair value gap for the daily too. If y'all look to the left, if we break below 591.05 and then can stay below the fair value gap, boom, that very next red candle that comes, we really expecting to shoot all the way down to these lows. And that'll switch us to bears. That's the only way we looking to be bears. Once that happens, y'all, we gotta have this low to get taken out first in order for us to be bears. So we staying bullish until this low get taken out. Daily low. This low get taken out, then we thinking about them shorts. And I'm gonna put an alert just on it crossing, just because we don't even need to close below. We just needed to get taken out. So I just put an alert on it crossing in general. Now to the upside, which we're supposed to stay bullish. We're bullish, so we finna look for the upside right now. On a daily, we do have this fair value gap right here. And this is the last fair value gap that we got, y'all. If y'all remember the streams we've been talking about, I told y'all, the last couple streams we've been having, I told y'all, me personally, once we closed above this fair value gap right here, I told y'all, once we got a green candle to close above it, I honestly think we should shoot straight past this last fair value gap. And after seeing our close from last week, I kind of still, I'm going to say this, because I kind of wanted the close to be a little bit better. We did close past it, of course. We did close past the fair value gap, as y'all can see, and it's a green candle. But I did want the close to be a little bit stronger looking, because this is kind of like a almost like a doji candle, man. It's almost like indecisive candle. But I do like I said, I do like the close above. It's a green candle. So I still think that we gonna shoot up pretty hard. It did based on this candle, it kind of slowing down that momentum to me a little bit to keep going higher. Or to shoot straight past his own like with no hesitation. It kind of threw it off a little bit based on this candle closure, but I don't know. I just feel like we ain't gonna really sit in this last fair value gap long, honestly. Um, we either gonna come tap in real fast and shoot straight down, or we finna shoot straight past it. That's what I kind of feel like. I don't think we finna be spending a lot of time inside this range, um, honestly. But we can though. We can, like I said, we could. We could. You never know what the market will do. Um, Let me move this trend line. But me personally, oh nah, I keep the trend line on there because I did like how it looked. But me personally, I kind of think we're gonna just shoot straight past it if we want to be bullish, or if we want to switch bears, we might come tap it and then straight dump to below these lows, like I told y'all. Straight dump below these lows, so we could see like, say Monday come, we can see a slightly move up. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday come, we might see it pretty much don't go nowhere. And then soon Wednesday come, that's when that tap, and we can straight dump off of the CPI news. Or Wednesday can come and we can shoot straight up and we end up gapping past it or something. Or gapping in the inside of it and shooting straight past. So Monday and Tuesday, I honestly feel like we could see the market just slowly move. You know what I'm saying? It don't really it could slowly move up, you know what I'm saying, real slowly. Just to wait on that CPI. But I kinda feel like by Tuesday they gotta do something by Tuesday, honestly, before CPI. But we'll see. The market could just stall itself out until Wednesday, and then Wednesday be when we actually start seeing moves. Um, yeah, but like I said, we got this fair value gap. We only got one fair value gap in the way on the daily, and then it's all time highs after that. Once we close above this daily fair value gap, we should be moving up to them all time highs. And that daily fair value gap is between, if y'all can't see the numbers, it's from 601.22 up to 605.20. That's the last fair value gap we got on the daily, man. Now, like we said, we're looking at this daily. What we have? We have higher high, low, low, yeah, low, higher high again right here, high low again, higher high again. So what's the next thing we need is what, a higher low, but we do got a green candle, so it could keep going up and continuing our higher high. So if we get a red candle, we know what it's searching for that new higher low. Um, so honestly, we still bullish until we break, like I said, until we break below at 591.05. So we only looking for longs, man. We only looking for longs for right now. And it also, if it come close back below this daily fair value gap and weekly fair value gap, below 597 67, if we get a close back below there, we expect it to what, go back to the bottom of this fair value gap on the daily, which should be come back down to at least 596.10. um so we got to be careful on that. So we definitely gonna be watching, make sure we don't get no close back below here. um But today, like I said, daily we end up closing green. We still supposed to be bullish. First target to be, just tapping this fair value gap, which is 601.22. Second target, if we can close inside this fair value gap, our second target will be 605.20. Um, yeah, it's not really honestly, y'all. This is not that much room to play with, to be honest on SPY. Really, since we're already at basically 600, and the first target is only 601, 601.22. That's only a $1.22 move. That's not a lot of room to make, to make a lot. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going heavy, but I told y'all we don't want to go heavy sitting up here. So it really ain't that much, too much room. You can, I'll say this, you can look to go long. Say Monday open up, we pull back slightly. You could look to potentially getting some longs, but you'll have to get it out for at least to the end of the week or until that the next following week, so for 2 weeks. I don't advise doing like 1 or 2 day uh 1 or 2 day contracts unless you just know, you know what I'm saying, unless you're pretty confident, hey, I'm finna get in on, say you get on Tuesday and CPI, you want to play the CPI, then I can say you can get a 1 day contract or 2 day contract. Just so you can buy some cheap contracts, you know what I'm saying, and not have to risk a lot. And if the news come out good and it's on your side, boom, great. You're gonna make a decent amount of money off a small amount of investment. But if you're looking for overall like a nice $5 or $6 move, you gotta get it out for the whole week, or you need to get it out to that next following week. But like I said, this is a good. I say this give you a somewhat good spot to look to go long though, just because you do have this low to back you up, this daily low right here. You got this daily low to back you up. So say we got this green candle already. Say if this next candle that we get flips red or pulls, it don't even flip red. If it just pulls back down and get close to this, you know what I'm saying, close to this previous low, you can get in the long, small position, you know what I'm saying, set your stop loss at this low, because you know once we break this low, it might finna switch back bearish. Set your stop loss at that low, and like I said, aim for really, like I said, we only got one target on the weekly, which is this high. But if we can pull back off the open on a daily, if you're just looking at the daily and you ain't looking to go through the whole week, pull back, get in longs, aim for that 601.22. So really, you still have that same target, but that pullback will just give you a better entry. So that's like getting in at 596 up to the 601. That's a $4 move. Um, yeah. So honestly, it's not a lot of room, man. Y'all just gotta look for good entries to where you can get some decent risk rewards. Isn't, but like I said, it's not a lot of room if you want to. Like I said, if you want, this is what I advise for y'all. If y'all want my advice, if you're not too much as a skill trader to be able to catch um them market structure shifts in that small frame, like that small area, just wait, man. Wait until Wednesday come, wait until Thursday come, and the market either push past this fair value gap, this daily fair value gap, or it push below this low, and we make a decision. Just wait. That's what I would advise. Um, yeah. So like I said, we still bullish on the daily, man. Even though it's scary times because we at these all-time highs. We're still bullish. All right, like I said, the targets for being bullish is 601.22, 605.20, and then at 611.39. Now, internal, like this weekly, y'all see this weekly fair value gap. Those levels are important too. Like I said, these levels are important too, to be checking out. But based off the data, these is our three levels. Like we said, our three target levels, and our level that we can't beat is 591.05. That's our level that we can't beat out if we want to stay bullish. All right. Now going to the lower time frame. Honestly, I'm not. We can look. I'll look and see if I see something to potential enter in off of. But honestly, we would rather just wait until Monday, see where we open up at, and then figure out where I want to potentially get in at. But Cause just cause I told y'all this is a small area, it don't give you that much wiggle room. But if we looking at the 4 hour, a potential entry on the 4 hour, so we made a high right here, made this low, so this low is our solidified low once we made this new high. We do got this fair value gap on the 4 hour. We can look to see the potential enter in right here. We switch this to green. I don't think I'm gonna keep this box. I might keep it. I just don't like having too many boxes overlapping though. We got this fair value gap right here between 596.85 and 595.79. We got this fair value gap that the market could come down to. Remember, like I told y'all, if we pull back, you can potentially get in the long, set your stop loss down here, and take it back up to that 601. But yeah, we got this fair value gap here that we can see the market potentially uh pull back to and then go higher. We got a regular gap, not a fair value gap, a regular gap right here on the 4 hour between 594.58 and 593.69. So the market can also pull all the way back down to here. So it can do this. Pull down, you know what I'm saying, push back up, retest and go higher. Yeah, we got two fair value gaps to potentially go higher. I mean to potentially bounce off of to go long on. So this will be how your entries will look. So we come to this fair value gap. Stop loss supposed to be here. Target 601 first. So pretty much a 1-to-1 if you get in off this first fair value gap. Or if it bounces, like if it just taps in and bounces at the top, you can set your stop loss below that fair value gap at the top. But that's a 1-to-1. If we come down to this fair value gap, we definitely don't want it to come touch the bottom of this fair value gap because it's the last one. So we wanted it to be somewhere up here towards the top. But this would be a 2-to-1 trade. So those are the only two potential long entries based on the 4 hour if we pull back. If we don't pull back and we continue to just keep going higher, then you don't have an entry. You just don't got you ain't got the market ain't give you a spot to enter in on. Not based on the 4 hour. Cause these the only two if you ain't already in it, these the only two spots you're looking to get into. Start jumping in the trade. We go to the 1 hour real quick. Do we got anything? We do got this 1 hour for value gap. We already bouncing off of it currently. We bounced off of it on Friday. Uh, but we didn't make a high yet. So that is, it could come back down and retest again because we did not make a high yet. Coming off of this fair value gap. I don't know, 1 hour. Other than coming back down to this fair value gap, honestly, I'd probably say you can go long. But really, I don't even see no other like solid entry for you to get in other than it coming back down to the fair value gap. Um, you honestly on the 1 hour, you just gotta wait until we get a close above these highs. Once we get a close above these highs, that shows what continuation to the other side. You can just get in. You should be able to get in some longs in and take it up higher. But closing above these highs, look how close we are to the 601, 602. I mean 601.22. So it's like you really don't want to go in unless that once we close above this high, you want to wait on the market to either come up, touch this, and give us our pullback of a red candle, and then get in on that next green candle, or you want to see the market shoot straight past it, like come up to like 601.53 or 601.50, something past 601.22, then wait on that pullback and then get in longs after that. Um, that's the only way if it don't come back down to this fair value gap. You really just want to wait until we get a close above these highs and then look for our new high or low. and get in off that green candle after we make our new higher low. All right. So really, that's our game plan for SPY. Honestly, we're bullish still, y'all. It's just be cautious, be cautious, be cautious. I can't stress that enough. Be cautious, man. Be cautious. Now let's get into first we're gonna get into some stocks that I like to trade, then we'll get into um them earnings. Oh actually take that back. Take that back. Cause I don't want this stream to be too long. How long are we on this stream so far? Let me see. Give me 1 second, cause we might just go straight over the earnings. Some of the ones that we want to look at for the earnings and then call it. Let's see. How far are we on this stream? Give me 1 second. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I guess I can't see it. Well, look, I can't see the time, so we just finna go over. I'm gonna say we just gonna go over the. Oh, we had 56 minutes. Oh, my bad. 56 minutes. All right, yeah, we just finna go over a couple of them earning stocks, and then we're gonna call it. I might come back tomorrow and show y'all some of the ones like regular stocks that I like to trade, like Meta, Tesla, somewhat Tesla, Meta, CrowdStrike, stuff like that. But we finna go. Let's go check out some of these earnings that we potentially may look at this week. Let me pull up the list real quick for what it was again. I know we said Chewy. Let me pull the list up. The first one coming up, Academy. Let's go check out Academy chart real quick. I'm not sure what's the ticker symbol. Okay. See, I thought it'd pop up by now. So I put two D's. Academy. Dang, I'm gonna have to spell the whole thing out, ain't it? Yeah, it ain't pop up yet. I guess it's this one. ASO. I guess it's this one. See it? This how y'all know I don't trade it, man. Let's look. Let's look. Let me look at the monthly real quick. See what it's looking like. So they monthly they made a new lower low. Um, but then we had this green candle closer, but it still closed below this low though. That's the only thing. It still closed below this low, so this potentially can be what the new lower high right here. As long as it don't beat this high out, cause it's still closed below this low as y'all can see, even with that pullback. Come on now, put the there we go. We had closed below this low, then we had our pullback and still closed below the low. So this potentially telling me this might can be the new lower high. Um, I kind of the thing that's tricky is because it's already you can clearly see it's green for the for this monthly counter so far. Let's look on lower time frame and see if it touched the fair value gap or something for it to project off of. Oh, hold up. Did it think it closed past? Oh, it didn't close past. Hey, hold up now. This might can be that rejection. Let's see. Um, let me switch this to purple because it's a weekly. This might can be it. See if I see. I do see this gap over here, but we ain't gonna mark it at all. Look, we gonna let's go to the daily. This might can be it, y'all. As long as it don't beat this high out, I really don't. Actually, I don't need no alert there. Cause I don't even know if I'm a trade academy. But as long as it don't beat this high out, and we can flip, cause we got, yeah, we just need, all we need is one red weekly week. Um, and honestly, this earnings, if it come out, you know what I'm saying, ain't bad, this could give us that red week. We might can just, if this red week coming, we just automatically, or say we just beat this low based off them earnings. As long as we close below this low, shoot, target ain't all the way to down 33, all the way down to 33. Um, let me see. Set this off. Now this would be alert if we can, you know, push below this 39.87. Oh yeah, I can delete this now. This don't matter. All right. Yeah. Let me look on daily. Cause I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this high right here, which was his monthly high. I'm looking at this being potentially the new lower high for this downtrend to continue. Yeah, because after this gets set as a lower high, first target is right here at 33. So we actually turn that green. And then the next target ain't until all the way down here at 24. Yeah, that's where the next target is. But if it break that monthly, that high though, that's just telling us, hey, this ain't, it's not that lower high yet. It ain't the lower high yet, and it still can be moving up, and potentially, yeah, probably just look for this to be the lower high. Um, so we just still gotta be patient and watch. But I did see that, like I said, we did see this weekly that it failed to close above this fair value gap. So we gotta be, you know what I'm saying? We gotta watch out. Cause Monday we could just gap above it. You know what I'm saying? We could just gap above it on Monday and then it just continue to go higher. Um, but we could be seeing the rejection. You know what I'm saying? We could see the rejection since we failed to close above it. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, on the daily kind of look a little iffy though. We'll say that. Uh, um, on daily, really, this is our on daily, uh this is our last lower high right here that's solidified. This one right here, because this is when we broke this low, right? Came down, came down, came down. Yeah, this is the last one we got right here. Cause this all these highs over here don't matter until we beat this low down here. Um, so really on daily it can potentially come close to 50, 58. So it could come potentially take this monthly. Let's put the words on the monthly potential lower high. All right, monthly potential lower high. All right, but on the daily, it can go as long as it don't beat 50, 58. So it can. That mean it can take this monthly potential lower high out because this the last solidified level on the daily right here. So daily lower high. All right, that's actually solidified. This one potential. Um, this is target. So let me switch this green because these are all targets. All right. Um, we do got this gap on the daily though that it could be rejecting off of if we want to push back up. I really don't want to label this too much, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like labeling this stuff too much, but I just see, I don't know, I kind of can see a little bit of something with the academy. Um, Honestly, let me just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple because y'all know we don't do all this labor on these earnings. Honestly, if I'm just looking at this, all I need to see is we switch bullets because we just made a higher high. All I need to do is see switch back bearish. Once it break this low at 39.87, I'm looking to go short all the way down to 33. I'm gonna keep it simple. We gotta speed through this now. We already got a long string going on. uh, yeah. Honestly, all I'm looking for is to switch. Look for us to switch, get a red candle. Really, if I could get a red candle, I'm looking to go take the shorts down to 39. Then, if we can close below 39, all the way back down to 33. And that's pretty much it. Was this low below this low? This low was 43.53, 43.50. Okay, yeah. So this is this high right here. I don't want it to go past. We don't want it to go past this high on the daily. All right. Yeah, that we don't want to go past that high. So we don't want to really going past 45.60. We want to see some short. See some red candle coming in before then. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? GameStop. GameStop. Dang, what the heck? Look at the weekly. Red count on the weekly. Two red counters. It potentially. Ooh, GameStop. I don't know what the world. We got high. We do got high. We just say that. So this is the solidified level down here. Solidified level down here. We got the high. Now we what? Looking for our what? Higher low. Um, Honestly, since it's red, two red candles, man, you supposed to go short on the weekly. You supposed to go short on the weekly, man. Um, but y'all gotta think, we what? We are, we are, we made a high, so we are what? Looking for potentially what? A low, either a higher low or a lower low. It depends. But we all we know is we look for low because we got a red candle and it's right after a high. So all you really need is one green week, and then we probably coming right back to these highs at 35 to take them out because that'll make what our new potential high low. So say if somehow GameStop earnings don't do nothing and we just somewhat stay in this area and it flips green, oh, I'm getting it long, set my stop loss at, and say if it didn't go below these lows, stop loss right here at these lows, man. And we get in just off a green candle. I don't care how small the green candle is. We getting in off the green candle, stop loss at this low, aiming all the way up here at 35. So let's look at the daily. Let's look at the daily. Based on the daily, we did make that high, boy. Then we made our low, then we made a high. We didn't make no lower low yet. Uh, technically, well, technically we did, cause we made low, high, another low, then lower low. Yeah, we did. Technically, we made a lower low, but we ain't beat this low over here. That's the thing. Um, this daily kind of trash. We did make a lower low. We turned red, so this is saying go down. Um, Let me see. We see this fair value gap. I told y'all we ain't gonna be charting a lot. Man, look. I just be still charting. I don't know why. We got another one down here. You can see real tight, real tight. This was the weekly one. Alright. So if you wanna go along, we looking for market structure shift back to the upside off of either one of these fair value gaps, man. So either fail to come down here, fail to close below this fair value gap, then we see some market structure shift back to the upside. We can take a long, or if it come back down to this one and bounce, we can take a long. But we do see this big fat fair value gap right here. But um, I think the earnings is gonna help it push past here if it want to be bullish still. The earnings might help it push past this fair value gap. But yeah, really, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm only looking at GameStop for post earnings just because I don't kind of like where is it. I kind of don't like how it's the red candle for the weekly. But like I said, if we can just turn green, I'll take a long all the way to the high. Um, we just have a green candle. That's all I'm looking for. Green. So I kind of probably would trade GameStop after its earnings. If it was like already up here close to the high, and then the earnings make it push through the high, then yeah, I would have took some GameStop. But since it's all the way down here, the earnings can push up. You know what I'm saying? And still not beat that high, and then we come back down and start switching to a downtrend. So I kind of would rather see what this weekly candle gonna close as for GameStop before I look to go in my positions. All right, GitLab, GitLab. Dang, come on, GitLab. They do got green weekly candle. Okay. So that mean go up. It did make a high. Oh, hold up. See now GitLab might be, cause look what we got. We got low, then we got a high, then we got our new low again right here. We got another high. Well, another high right here. Higher high. So this was it. But it did beat that low, didn't it? Let's see if it beat that low. What this low was. 44.53. It's low. 44.46. Oh. So it did make a lower low. We can say that it did make a lower low. Let's say that down there. So it did make a lower low. Barely. But it's a green weekly. So hey, just because it made that low low, don't even though it beat that low, it flipped green. It's potentially our new low again. Our new higher low. Target supposed to be up here. Dang, the man ain't. Oh, I thought I had it selected. Target is up here on the weekly. We're in an uptrend, right? We had made our high. Boom, we flipped red. We made our new potential higher low, man. So honestly, this supposed to be where it ain't supposed to be. It is not supposed to beat this low right here at 44.46. And we should be going up to 54. So honestly, if you want on GitLab, I say you can go long, get some 2 week long calls and aim for that 54, man. That's what I say personally. Just aim for that 54. Especially if we can break this right here. On daily, we do got red count on the daily. I say that we do got this red count on the daily. So you do gotta be careful with that. But honestly, that weekly tell me we supposed to keep going up. Style loss supposed to just sit down right here. So based off the weekly, man, I say getting some loans for about a week or two out and aim for that 54. Yeah, that's what I say. All right, cause we ain't trying to keep it short, man. We trying to keep it short. Chewy. God dang. Chewy, it's alright gone, man. Y'all might leave Chewy alone. Chewy already gone, man. We made high highs. We ain't set our high, new high low yet. So kind of with Chewy, I mean, it should continue to go high some more. Um, it's probably finna try to aim to get this high, but honestly, Chewy, y'all probably need to just wait on the red counter to come to give our find our new high low. Once we get the next green candle, go ahead and get in some longs again. Um, really, Chewy, pretty much you gotta just wait on that mug. Ain't no sense of getting trying to chase some Chewy right now. It's going crazy. Oracle, no, that ain't it. Oracle, made a high right here, made that low. Dang, I ain't even gonna lie, I missed out on this trade. Uh, I hate looking at charts when I miss the trade, man. Shoot, we just had made a high right here, made this low. Boom. Soon we got this green candle, and we closed above the high, bro. Getting some longs. We aiming for whatever the most recent high, um, last high we had, or um, we aiming for a February gap. This your target right here, 180, 159. Next target right here, 190, 130. Next target right here, 197.12. Man, that was a nice trade right here. I ain't even gonna lie. That last week, then they went from 64 to 74. Oh my goodness, $10 move on Oracle. That was nice. Really, Oracle, we just made another high. It could potentially make another low, because look, it got a lot of space to make a low. So kind of be scared. Not scared. I said scared. Gotta be cautious. My bad. Oh, but we do got see. Look, just all you gotta do for Oracle, sit behind these solidify levels. The closer to the solidified level, the better for you. The better for you. Your entries. So it's a little far from this this what you call it, solidified level, but we did what beat this high. So you might see a small pullback. If you see a small pullback, you might want to get in some longs. Maybe if it come to like into this gap at 72, get in longs. Stop loss. It is a little decent sized stop loss. But stop loss down here at 67.57, targeting 82, 182. So something like this. Something like this. This your first target too. You might got more targets after, but something like that. For Oracle, I like Oracle though. Let's add Oracle, man. We like Oracle. I like Academy a little bit too, though. I mean, was it Academy or was it GitLab? I can't even. I think it was GitLab. But I know we definitely ain't messing with Chewy. Chewy already gone, man. Last one we finna check out is Adobe. Then we're gonna call it, y'all. So let's go to Adobe. Check out Adobe. We like Oracle though. Definitely Oracle. We like Oracle. All right, I'll go to the weekly on here. Oh, okay. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. We might got something. We might got something. Adobe. Let's see. Let's see. Adobe. I think Oracle looks a little bit better than how Adobe look, but Adobe do got potential. Just because we what made a high, low, high, another low. Only thing. This the only thing that kind of slow. That got you. Got to be patient with Adobe is because we made this low, right? Or the red candle let us know we making a low, right? Um, we had got our first green, right? But we got our first green, and then this next green ended up being what? Coming back below. That's what kind of threw it off. Like if this green would have still held this position right here and made a new high off of it, that'd been nice. But it didn't. So now we got this low that potentially is gonna be the solidified low only if we can beat this high. So we gotta beat this high, man. We gotta come past that high. Green target. We gotta come past that high. What the word? I thought I put it on there. This is potential the low. Um, but if we beat this high, then next target ain't until, of course, this fair value gap first, and then high, then really up here, honestly. So it got potential, man. It got potential because we got these greens. These greens telling us we supposed to go up, man. These greens telling us we supposed to go up, but this green telling us we supposed to go up. But what we do end up coming below this red candle. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it didn't close red. That's the thing. Even though it came below the red candle, we didn't close red with it. So let's go to the daily. Um, the daily kind of look a little bit. I don't know. The daily look a little bit better to me. Uh, we got a red candle, which I love to see. We had made a new high right here. Y'all see that? Made a new high. Boom. We didn't make beat this high, but we did make a new high based on these last recent highs. We got this red candle. Y'all know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for one thing. We flip green. Whenever we flip green, as long as we don't come beat this low. Whenever we flip green, hopefully it's above this red candle low. We flip green, get a green candle, bro. I'm taking longs to this high of 22, and then potentially up to 34. Stop loss is this red candle, the bottom of this red candle. So really, this is how it look. Say we get green candle somewhere in here, just say green right there. Stop loss is literally this candle low. First target. Come on now, chill out. First target is this high to get taken out. That's a 2 to 1, 2.3 to 1. Next target, which is our real target, to be honest, all the way up here. Let me see, look to the left. Well, we do got this fair value gap, but man, target really all the way up here. Dang, the 30s, 34, 30s. I say just say 30 to be safe. 30 flat. Man, that's a 5 to 1. Man, we finna add Adobe, man. We like Adobe. If we get one green candle on Adobe that's above that red candle, right here. When we get any green candle in here, man, we looking for these highs to get taken. Of course, you probably aim for this high technically, 21. This technically will be a first high, but we really looking for this high at 22.95. And then once it break this high, all we need is the candle to close past it. That green candle, once we take this high, we watching to see if that daily candle can close past. If that daily candle close past, bro, we holding all the way to 34. Just keep it 100. We holding them up to 34, man. Going to the contract about to expire 1 and 2. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. We finna go ahead and call it, man. It's been a almost hour and a half stream, man. So hopefully y'all found some trades that y'all potentially like. Like I said, be cautious when it comes to SPY and ES. And honestly, for me, this might be a week of me trading regular securities other than SPY. Just because of how SPY is so close to its all-time high, the market can do what it wants. Um, other than I might like I said, I might still go light on some SPY positionings, but This might be this week that you're supposed to trade securities, honestly. Like Meta, Apple, GameStop, stuff like that. Um, so y'all just be careful, man. Protect your capital, and always take what the market give you, man. The boy Keith is out.